Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Welcome back to the Cherry Plum Blossom Boutique. My name is Renan, your lovely fashion dolly. Do you guys ever feel something? Do you guys ever feel that you're forgetting something, but you cannot figure out why? And it feels like it's gonna haunt you for the rest of the day? Because, you know, whatever you forgot is probably really important. Although your brain is probably telling you, hey, if you forgot it, it's not that important. And then you remember, maybe I left the burner open. Maybe I left the house on lock. Or maybe, you know, I left the cereal out. And because I left the cereal out, now I'm gonna be infested by ants. So I'm having one of those things right now. But you have forgotten something. I'm getting there, Zurich. I'm getting there. Damn, you're awfully needy recently. I can't believe you can't get enough of me. Hold on. All right, let's go in order. Mwah! Thank you so much for the kiss, Zurich. I appreciate it. And then it's the hydration. I do got some water now. I got some water, although I think I may have gotten a little bit of like detergent on it, but you know what? It's okay. If it won't kill me, I don't want it. And then the stand-up stretch. But I just sat down though. I literally just sat down. Why do you want me to get up again if I just sat down? But I hope you're having a good day, Zurich. I miss you guys a lot too. Hey Jerry, how you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're having a good day. How's it feel now that you're free? You are unburdened by the what's it called? You're unburdened by the pressure of doing things that are not within your control. How do you feel about that? Do you feel good? I'm sure that must feel nice because I feel the pressure still. It was just me testing buttons. You can ignore me. No, I won't ignore you because you're Zurich and I like you. So you're not getting ignored. I'm treating you like I treated my friends in elementary school. You may be annoyed at me. You may not want me to be around, but I'm gonna stick to you like glue. Can I tell you something? I went out with my friends a couple days ago for the Korean deli. We went to a Korean deli, which honestly, if you want me to give it a rating, it would be like, I don't know, 4 out of 10. Nah, not 4 out of 10. That's a little bit too harsh. It would be like a 6 out of 10. It wasn't that good of a place, but you know, the meal was tasty. I got to eat some chicken, so I felt really good about it. But we were talking a lot of like reminiscing to elementary school because, you know, I don't got any friends from high school because they were all bitches, and I also don't got any friends from college because I quit college. So, you know, as you can tell, my social game is A. Well, it's actually more like a B list, but whatever. And I was reminiscing with them, and then I realized that I was bullied severely by these people who I was calling my friends. You know, it never really hit me until I talked to somebody else about it. They really did bully me. I was bullied by the people that are some of my best friends nowadays. And either it's Stockholm syndrome, but the thing is, if it is Stockholm syndrome, I don't know if it's I did it to them or they did it to me, but you know, the point is that I have developed a parasitic relationship with them in which they let me hang out with them, and I provide friendship and comfort. So that's exactly what I'm doing to you guys too. The more that you guys are watching me, the more that you want to be near my presence, and it may or may not be a spell that I use towards all the introverts who need to come to the yard so that I can suckle their energy. You know what I mean? Yeah, I gotta tell you something. My skin is glowing today, bitch. My skin feels so good. It feels so plump. It feels full of vitamins, full of whatever skin is filled. I guess collagen is the thing. It feels really hydrated, really smooth. It literally, I was looking at the mirror earlier and it's literally glowing. And in my experience, it's either one of two things. Number one, my skin routine that I did at 3 a.m. in the morning actually worked. Or I'm pregnant. You know, there's no in between. You know, it might be that today is actually today's climate is actually kind of humid, and therefore my skin is really feeling it and feeling good about it. But I don't know. I think it might be generally that I might be pregnant. You know, they do say that when you get into pregnancy, when pregnancy happens to you, your skin gets better. So I don't know. That might be why. What do you guys think? What is your theory? I have discovered these little things that are called my brain and my instinct and my Spanish brains wants to call it hair claws. You know, hair claw, I guess. But they're more like hair clasps, you know, or like hair clips. But like, it's not really. You know how there's this hair accessory that you can use to gather all your hair that is not that is not a pin, a hairpin, because you know hairpins are small. But what I'm talking about is literally like a claw that grabs your hair and holds it in place. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what the name is. Hold on, let me Google that up real quick. Pinzas para cabello en inglés. Porque no sé inglés. I don't know English. I guess it's a hair clip. Why was that so hard to understand? Why did my brain could not come up with the translation of that? But anyway, my brain wants to call them hair claws because they look like a claw, because they quite literally grasp your hair. Like you wish I wish my fictional man of a crush would grasp my hair. You know, I'm starting to discover a lot of things about myself as of late. I don't think that I would like my hair pulled, but you know what I would like? I love the big hair clips. The big hair clips that all guys like to play with. Yeah, exactly. I like those a lot, you know? Because here's the thing. Normally, because I do have like really long hair at this point. My hair is starting to become a hassle, but I want it to be longer. I want it to reach the floor. So my hair is becoming really long, and one of the issues with having long hair is that the longer it gets, the more unmanageable it gets to get out of your neck and stuff like that. And using hair ties is not really part of it. It starts to get to at some point it starts to get really tiring, right? But hair clips, you know, the really big ones, they just kind of do it all in one big motion, and they don't pull you at your hair that much. You know, they're a lot more tolerable than just a normal hair tie. And I used a bunch of stuff to try and hold my hair in place, because I am the type of person who doesn't like their own hair touching their neck, but I feel so cunt when my hair is down. So, you know, I have a bit of a conundrum. But the point then being is that I love this big hair clips, because I just don't really feel... I feel like I went back to having short hair again. It really does a lot to hold the weight of my hair in a way that it doesn't feel like it's literally scalping me, you know? And yes, I also do like to do the thing of grabbing the big hair clip and just letting it consume my fingers, you know? When I hear you say that it's hair clips that guys like to play with, I imagine that you're doing the same thing that I do, which is open them up and then place your fingers in between the teeth, and then let it shut into your fingers, kind of like a Venus flytrap, you know. I like to feel the pressure of pain sometimes. I mean, it's the type of pain that is just like, it feels reassuring to have, you know. It reminds you that you're alive. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. But yes, I love hair clips. I really do love hair clips. Yeah, I'm having a renaissance with my hair today. My hair, my makeup, everything has been turning out really good and recently when it comes to the aesthetics of it all. I don't know why. I've been feeling really good about it. And that makes me feel nervous. You know, that makes me feel nervous because something's gonna happen. I feel like, you know, Karma is just looking at me and she's like, you know what, we're gonna tell her tomorrow. We're gonna tell her tomorrow that something horrible is gonna happen in a couple days. So let's just let her have it. Let her have this moment of feeling good about herself, because it's not gonna last for too long. I can tell you that much. Yes, the gentle nibble of the big hair clip is amazing. I wouldn't call it gentle. It's more like, you know how when your dog playfully bites you? It's very similar to that. Very similar. It's like when your dog literally grabs you and it's just like, yeah, you're mine now. Maybe maybe the hair nibbles. The reason why we like to feel the pressure of the hair clip is maybe, and just maybe, a primal need to be dominated and feel the pressure of something bigger than you. You know? I felt worse, so I consider it gentle. I mean, you are in the army. I would expect that you have felt worse. What's the worst thing that you have to do in the army? Because I imagine there's a lot of things that you have done that you don't like particularly. But what's the worst thing? Like, top 10 worst things that you have ever needed to do. And I hope it doesn't include killing somebody. But if it does, I am so sorry. But yeah, I'm starting to use those, so you know, whenever you guys come over, you can take my hair clips and play with them too, because I'm gonna buy them in every color, Mary, every color, every presentation. Oh, you know, because like I said, yesterday I went out to the Korean deli, and there was one girl who had a hair clip, right? However, hers was decorated with like some type of like satin rose, and it looked like, you know, a big bunch of roses that she had holding her hair down, and it looked so pretty. And now I want one. Now I really want one. I need money. Money is escaping me right now. It's bursting right off the seams. First time aviation, so I'm not gonna be in it. I'm gonna be less entertaining. Those fucks be crazy. I mean, I don't know. Did you fly a plane and almost crash it? I don't know. What do aviation people do? Do you like look at planes? You know? Do you look at planes and be like, it flies? That's how I feel about it personally. Can I tell you something? I'm having a bit of a disassociation moment right now, because earlier today, I was making plans of how I was going to talk to you guys, because you guys know that I am a little bit neurotic, and I like to plan out what I'm going to say to you, just because, you know, it's like practicing before a date. I like to practice before we have a date together so that I can have topics to talk about, and then my brain is kind of drawing a blank right now. My brain is quite literally sitting pretty, just being like, so like, what was the topic that we were going to talk about? I don't remember. So I guess I'm just gonna bring random useless stuff that doesn't matter. So I'm feeling like that a little bit today. And I blame the fact that I took a nap. I took one of those naps that is like, it leaves you really disoriented. You know, those naps that make you travel into the future. Like you lay down, close your eyes, and suddenly you wake up in a dystopian future where everybody you love has died. All there is like a lot of fire, and for some reason the sky is red. You know, that's how I feel like right now. Don't take naps before a stream, folks, because it really does disorient you a lot. I need water. Okay. Before we continue catching up with each other, chat, let's talk about what we're going to be doing today. Well, today it's a very special day. Today we're gonna have. You're probably gonna see me struggle the most that you have ever seen me struggle in one of these art streams. Because you know why? You know what's happening today? Today we are drawing the sprite for the Poison Gym Leader. What do I mean by a sprite? Well, I mean something like, I don't have anything prepared, so give me 1 second. Hold on. Let me just. Right. You know, maybe I should have been more ready about this. I really need the stream deck. Anyway, something like this. We're gonna do this sprite. We're gonna do a sprite like this. Obviously, not with the same art style, because I pressured my characters' noses a little bit too much. I think that my characters will become a lot more generic if I ever want to translate them into the Pokemon art style. But you know, we're gonna do something like this. Jesus Christ, since when does Raihan barely have any hips? hold on. This is not the right one. Hold on. First of all, Ryan has no ass, apparently. And also, why so small? Why are those hips so small? Why is it grabbable? Is my question. Why is it grabbable, and why does it look like he has a tiny little waist too? Like, you guys see this shit? You guys see this shit? Am I crazy? It feels like, why can I see his vagina bones is the thing. He has clothes on. I should not be able to see the vagina bones, but I can see them. I can see them perfectly. Is that normal? Are men built like this? Because if they are, please send me a DM. Thank you very much. Please send me a DM. I forgot my... Where's my hand? Where's my hand? You know, drawing with one hand is not easy. It really is not easy. But I'm gonna do my best. He really does have no ass, huh? That is so sad. I thought he had an ass. I'm a maintainer mechanic. I'm not a pilot. I just fix things when they break and try to keep them from breaking. Okay, let me try and formulate an interesting question around that. We're just on a date together. You know what? This is just you and me on a date together, and I am asking you questions about your profession, and you have to try to answer in an interesting way. Okay? I'm giving you like a little beta version of what's gonna be when you finally get back into the dating world. So, like, what's the craziest thing that you have seen happen to a plane? You know, like, have you seen it be almost about to break down? Have you seen any crash landings? What has happened? And also, are you on the ocean? Because I feel like a lot of planes are stored in the ocean for some reason. Are you in the Navy right now? Are you in the waters? But yeah, so this is what we're going to be working today. We're going to be doing the actual character sprite. Mar didn't really have one. Well, I guess she does have one. It's just hers is not as interesting. But then again, Mar is not a very interesting person either. But hold on, let me go grab it. Gymleader art. There you go. This is Mars. This is Mar's little sprite that I did for her. It's not really that interesting. I could have done something better with the posing for it to look, you know, more cool and quiche. But I just didn't think about that at the time. I just really wanted to get this done over already. Because the thing about me and art is that I love art until I don't love it anymore. Oh, I can't decide where to be. I love art until I don't love it anymore. Art is one of those things that I do until I hate it type shit. Because at some point in time in the art process, particularly when I'm rendering, at some point in time in the art process, I stop trying to be clean and perfect and great and everything. And all I start to do is just spiral into... I spiral into madness. And I just want to get it over with. And so I start being less careful about the details of things. So, you know, I wasn't really thinking about what I wanted to do with her posing and stuff like that. But then again, sprites are not really like very... Their poses are not supposed to be that crazy that yo. Because at the end of the day, it's more so about displaying personality rather than, you know, doing... What would you call it? I think it's more about displaying personality rather than striking a cool pose type of thing. Because, you know, Raihan is just here with his big ass hands, small ass hips, which I just realized his hands are bigger than his pelvis. Do you guys think he's got a big dick? Okay, anyway, I need to stop talking. We need to get to drawing. Point being, this type of shit is what I'm going to be doing today with my character, which is going to be fun. Although I genuinely kind of want to turn this into her final sprite. However, the problem... Why am I so big? Bitch, why am I so big? Can I not? Thank you. Okay, anyway. The problem with turning this one into a sprite is that It's just not a. It's just that she's not the focus of the picture. The focus of the picture will be the Viper, and you know that's kind of the point of this one. But I don't think it really fits for a sprite. You know what I mean? Let's see. Toughest thing is probably the gas chamber training. I've done a decently long. Hold on, my brain cannot read. I've done decently rock marches like 10-ish miles, but I hit harder hikes before the military, so they don't count that. If I had the luck of never going overseas to a war, I hope to keep it that way. I hope so too. Although, honestly, with the way that things are going, I don't think that's gonna stay that's gonna stay the same that way soon. Lord, things are happening. Although, you know, there's a lot of like Korean people here in Mexico right now, so maybe nature is healing. Who knows? For some reason, it seems like Mexico and Korea are developing really good bonds with each other, which, you know, it's cute, it's fun. I enjoy that. And there's a bunch of Korean people. Like, when I tell you that when I went to the Korean deli, I was outnumbered by the amount of BTS fans, because I think BTS are here or were here. Because there was an event that happened earlier that day. Like, they were screening some type of concert from BTS on like a Cinema Plus. So like there were a bunch of them. Have you guys ever been around people who are very passionate about their stuff that they like, that you kind of get scared that they're going to like convert you? You know, that's the type of thing that I was having with the BTS fans. I was surrounded. Every person in that goddamn restaurant had just come out from the BTS event, and I was just there with my friends, who, you know, they also went to the BTS event, and I then got invited, which is fine. I'm fine with that. But when I tell you they were all they were all exchanging stickers. People were coming up to our table just to exchange the stickers with the other girls, and I'm like, I am not prepared for this type of social situation. You know, I do not know how to treat this social situation, because at the end of the day, I have never been in a situation where the fandom is that wild. You know, I never been like that before. Hold on, where is this? Okay, there. So yeah, it's gonna be quite a journey. It's gonna be quite a journey to live here for the next couple days or so. Because I will say, as much as I feel terrified with the amount of people that are like here in Mexico right now, I would not mind to get to talk to one of them. Like the people that I see on like social media just post pictures of themselves, you know, just post pictures of themselves that come from other countries are very hot. I'm talking very hot. Brazilians, Koreans, Europeans, everybody who is here because of the World Championship is very hot. They are so hot. So fucking hot. And I find it kind of unfair, you know? Have you ever seen somebody so hot that you're like, how dare you? That's how I feel right now. I feel so outmugged by the competition. And at the same time, I want one. I want a friend. I wanna have like a summer experience with a Korean dude. Is that too much to ask? Hola, mi reina preciosa. Le vengo a dejar un like y me voy muac. Tenga un buen día, preciosa. Hasta luego. Descanse. Nos vemos después. Hi, and thank you, Cupid, for coming and giving a like. I appreciate it. Hey, Ryoken. How you doing, sweetheart? Speaking of hot stuff, what kind of hot stuff? What hot stuff are you talking about? Are you gonna send me a selfie? Because, you know, a lot of you are hot for some fucking reason. How dare you? How dare you outmock me? What did I do to you? The weather, am I right? The weather. Speaking of which, you know what the weather that's happening right now? The thing that's happening to me right now with the weather is that it's the type of cold is the type of cold weather where it feels a little bit too chilly to not cover up, but the moment that you put like a sweater on, you're gonna start sweating buckets. You know, that's what I'm feeling right now. That's what I feel. I am cold, but I know that if I put on my sweater, or if I put some pants on, or if I do literally anything to increase my body temperature, I'm gonna be so uncomfortable right now. So I don't know how to go about it. I don't know how to cope with that situation, because I am cold. I'm cold. I'm cold. I feel really cold right now, but I don't know how to deal with it. Anyway, so oh shit. Thank you. But yeah, I've seen crash helicopters before. Not the crash, but the aftermath. No, that's good. So that's good. Those birds can take harder landing when you think. You know what it is? It's also the same thing with like that's the same way that I feel with like PCs and computer parts and stuff like that. Sometimes I feel I don't know if it's because of the way that I grew up, but I feel like technology is a lot less fragile than I give it credit for. Because, you know, I grew up with like my Nintendo DS just like, you know, breaking and not working well as soon as I looked at it, right? Same thing with the PSP that I used to have at one point. I remember that, you know, you have to turn off the consoles at some point, right? And I remember when I were to turn it off, it would delete every single one of my save files on every game that I ever had on that Nintendo DS. You guys have no idea how much money we spend, you know, putting like people having people fix it, and it never quite got fixed. So because of that, I always feel like everything that's like technology related is going to break on me, you know. Oh god. Oh, so sorry about that. Oh, that is so gross. I am so sorry. Apologies. Oh. How you been? I've been good. As I was saying earlier, I feel glowy. And also, I'm starting to feel a little bit too hot, so I might have to turn the fan on and then suffer from cold. So give me 1 second. I need to turn this fan on. So otherwise, I'm gonna have a heat stroke. You know, I was just talking about the fact that it felt. Ow. I feel. What's that about, by the way? Can anybody explain that to me? Like, I feel hot when I'm talking, you know, and I don't mean like I feel hot like ooh, I'm sexy. No. I generally start to feel like my body heat rising. Can somebody explain how that works to me? Because that doesn't feel normal. Is it that I'm heating too much? Is that it? I'm dry heaving? Okay, so we're gonna do the good old reliable chat right now, which is we're gonna zoom out really, really far, and we're gonna do some thumbnailing. And what might thumbnailing be, you may be asking? Well, thumbnailing is, you know, when you draw really tiny so you can figure out the pose that you want to do, you know? Well, it's a basic activity. You might be a bit dehydrated. Is that it? Because I've been drinking water. I've been drinking a lot of water today. Well, I say water, but it's more so I've been drinking a lot of tea. You know, I just been drinking a lot of tea. So I don't really know about that. I'm not really sure if that's right, but if it is, I feel like I'm dying then. I might be dying. Who knows? Okay, let's try and think before I continue this actually, because I actually don't have a plan of what I want to do with her, Because, you know, I don't have a plan for any of this. I'm just winning it, basically. So I need to think about what kind of pose I wanted to do. I definitely do want her to do something with her phone. I feel like it's very important. I feel like she would never be separated from her phone, now that I think about it. Tea is a diuretic. It makes you pee. Your hydration is gone. You need to refill your body with actual water. But water is yucky. Okay, I'm kidding. I can actually drink water, but... But the lemon tea is so good. Es hierbabuena con limón. I hate it here. Why does everything I love hurt me? Hey, that's what I want to understand. What can I do with her? Posing. I think about poses. Poses with phone. Because, I mean, Raihan is just like, you know, walking with his phone, just with his phone in his hand. And I guess I kind of want to copy that vibe. But I could also draw her from the back. Because a little bit of hurt is kind of hot. I mean, so now I see why you like the big claws grasping into your fingers, Eric. I can see why you like it now. Listen, no shame. No shame. You know what you like and you know what you love, and that's okay. You know what? What I haven't done yet is drawing her interacting with the boa in a meaningful way. And I feel like when you have such a big prop in your body, I feel like that is the type of shit that you would continue to like play around with. So I feel like that is what I need to do with her. She needs to be playing around with her boa a little. Wait, that sounds like a euphemism now that I think about it. But you know what? It's okay. Wait, if tea is a diuretic, does that mean that that's the reason why I often feel hot nowadays? Is it because I drink too much tea? You gotta be kidding, right? It can't be because I drink too much tea, right? Right. It must be something else. I cannot see what I'm doing right now. It's too small. Okay, we draw the egg, which is the torso. Is she friendly? If not, it could be from the perspective of somebody who approaches her for a pic of an autograph and then she's checking her phone. And then gives her the side eye. I mean, no, she is friendly. You know, that's the thing. She is friendly. I feel like that is the biggest misconception. You know, the biggest misconception that I may have done accidentally with her, which is because I named her a toxic Twitter celebrity. Which she still is, don't get me wrong. She still is a toxic Twitter celebrity. A lot of people think that she's gonna be mean, but no, she's not mean. She's actually really friendly. If anything, Mar is more mean than her. Mar is meaner. Mar is 10 times more meaner than she could ever be. Okay, let's try again. You know what? I'm gonna forget about drawing a face right now and just draw it and just draw. Don't commit to anything in particular. Just do. Don't commit. Just do. I feel like Mark is aggressively blunt. No, like, listen, not only is she blunt, she is fucking petty. She's fucking petty. She will go out of her way to make you feel bad. And she will not feel bad about it. She's not a good person. You know, that's the thing about Mar that I need you guys to understand. Mar is a lot like Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory, with the main difference being is that Mar does not have anyone in her life to make her more positive or more socially acceptable. Bazinga, exactly. The worst part is that she would say Bazinga, unironically. She would say Bazinga, unironically. And that's the thing I need you guys to understand with Mar. Mar is not necessarily a good person. Mar is just, you know... First of all, I need to adjust this because I forget sometimes that... Poison Gym Leader's torso is a lot shorter than I give it credit for. Hold on, I'm just checking for proportion. 1 second. There you go. But yeah, Mar is not just aggressively blonde, she's an asshole. Unlike, you know, this one over here. She's not an asshole either. She's more of a... What's toxic about her is her being, like, performative. She's a very performative person. Because, you know, that's kind of what you gotta do when you become a content creator. Is just, you know... You kind of become like that. Okay, so you guys are giving me ideas of her, like, interacting with a fan. Then decide I can turn into a smile and accepting the picture photograph and being real friendly. Let me see how I can do that, because my brain is kind of like struggling picturing how that's going to work. But okay, first of all, let's get these legs down, because it is very important we get these legs down, because she's like 80% leg. You know, you guys know anime characters. Like, anime characters, they tend to be like, you know, 90 to 80% leg. This is basically the same with her. I really need to come up with a name for her. I really need to come up with a name for her. I cannot do this anymore. I can't just keep calling her Poison. That just doesn't work. That just doesn't work. But I don't know what to call her. Like, nothing has settled down. Nothing of what I tried to pick feels good or right for her, and that makes me so annoyed. First of all, where is her body doing? Where is her body facing? I guess it would be more like here. This is where her body would face. We made a list last stream, didn't we? Yes, we did. We were like in between a couple of them. Hold on, let me jot it down so that you guys can see it. So we had Nora, Nosiba. Why is it selling individual messages? Well, whatever. Nora, Nosiba, Oxy, as in Roxy, but Toxy. Roxanne. What else did we have? What else did we have? We had another one. We had one more that I'm forgetting. Because they're pressing enter, not shift enter. No, I'm pressing shift enter. I promise. I promise that's what I'm pressing. I promise that's what I'm doing. The thing. Do you mind? Chad, why are you outside my house right now? Why are you barking outside my house? How they are? Done. Sure you are. But yeah, I don't know. Oh my god, can you shut the fuck up? Done. Cállate los hocico, güey. Oh. Which, you know, it's not a mean thing to say because she is a dog. So she does have an hocico. She does have an hocico. So, like, that is not a mean thing to say to my dog, okay? You cannot accuse me of being mean to my dog because she has an hocico. She does have one. But yeah, I don't know about I don't know how to feel. Like, none of the names feel right because you know what? You know what it is? They don't feel like names. Like, you guys really like Nociva a lot, but it doesn't feel like a name. It doesn't sound like a name. Which again, names are just words that we give a different meaning to. Like, names are just words. Like, names are just names exist because they have a meaning. It's kind of like, you know, like Rosa. Rosa can be because of the rose, you know? Or like pink and stuff like that. So like, you know, that's the thing though. I'm just not convinced about any of them, and I don't know why. Nothing feels right. Also, this looks ever so slightly like an Among Us. This looks ever so slightly like an Among Us, and I don't know how to feel about the fact that her breast looks like an Among Us. Again, it could be her streamer name. Yeah, but I do need to have... Well, even if I do stick with a streamer names right now, you know, even if I do stick with a streamer name, the problem is that I will eventually need to come up with an actual name for her. Because, you know, her mom is in here too. Her mom is here somewhere. Her mom is present in the gym leader lineup, so I will need to eventually give her a proper name. That will need to happen at some point. But that's the thing though, I'm not sure. Can you guys keep dropping names? Can you guys keep dropping names? Keep dropping names. Think about toxic things. Her name could... She has the face of a Carmen. I mean... Not gonna lie, she kinda does. You're kinda right. She does look like Carmen. The streamer name can be cheesy. The real name needs more effort. I mean, that's what I think about Toxica. I think Toxica as her streamer name, just because I think it would be fun. Even though she's not really a streamer name, because she's not a streamer. That's the funny thing. She's not a streamer. She's an influencer. She's an influencer, so you know, I don't know why we keep calling her a streamer when she's not, but you know, Zika, como sicario, güey. Sicario, Karina. Ooh, like Zika como el mosquito. Qué pedo. That is evil. That feels evil. Evil runs from within. Hello, I kinda like it though. I kinda like it. Oh, it feels evil though. What? Or I mean, I guess I could call her malaria. If we're going to like the names of diseases, malaria, we can do that. Plague. Here's my daughter, Plague. Why isn't my pen not working properly? Hello? Thank you. Pretty sure this was suggested before. Zika? No, I don't think Zika was suggested before. I need to like... I need to do a proportion check again, because I think something went awry. Okay, her torso is what it needs to be. Her head, not so much. I think her head is floating a little bit. I think actually the torso might be too high. Proportion check. Or it might be the legs. Te pueden funar, cabrón, no es algo más disimulado. Like, what? Wait, what do you mean? Disimulado. What did I say? Wait, what did I say? Wait. What did I say? Like sarin, because sarin gas. Pairing gas. Cyanide. I guess it could go cyanide. Sarin. That's what I'd spelled with an X. Oh, you're saying the names of diseases. I mean, I don't know. Sarin. I feel like, okay, is there any way that we can make the sarin name sound more like Spanish? Because, you know, remember, it is not official. However, the series must have a bit of a Spanish influence towards it, you know? Good malaria. No, I know what malaria is. I know what malaria is, and I know what it has done to people. You know? I am aware. Speaking of malaria, I just killed a mosquito. Hold on, I need to check something. Is dengue? A la verga si es dengue. Oh, I hope I'm not sick. I hope I'm not getting sick soon. Because I just killed a dengue mosquito, and they've been flying around. Fuck. Why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to me? I just... You know, I would like for at least one day of this year. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I don't know what kind of karmic debts I'm paying. But I feel like a lot... I feel like I've been getting sick much more often nowadays. Put an A at the end of the name. What, Serena? Oh, wait. Wait, hold on. Hold the phone. Like that? Serena? Wait, that doesn't sound bad. That doesn't sound bad. Oh, I kind of want to hate it, but it sounds cool. It sounds really cool, actually. Don't Spanish names have, like, male and female addition at the end? Not all of them. Not all of them. Well, isn't there a character already count like that? Well... There's two of them. There's Serena, which is the protagonist of X and Y, and then there is Selena, which is the protagonist of Sun and Moon, the female one. So Serena. No. Oh, it's fine. It's not like, listen, there's a bunch of people in Latin America called fucking Carlos or whatever. Like, when I was in middle school, I shared a name with 3 other boys. And it got really difficult when it was like roll call. Because like every time that we had a new teacher, they always went like, oh, what's it called? They always went like, oh, X and Y name. Oh, sorry. X and Y name, C last name. You know, they always had to use her last names. Because, you know, they were the type of teachers who always refused to go by our names. For some reason, they wanted 100% all the time to call us by our last names. It's Serena and Selenic. Close enough, but these are also very alike. True! Mike would just ask if all 3 Smiths were here. I can't believe it. Damn. Yeah, mine wasn't like that. They were very particular about wanting to use your last name, and it always pissed me off too. Cause like, you know what? I'm just gonna copy and paste this. I'm not gonna work hard today. I'm gonna work smarter, not harder. Here you go. Actually, I need to do the platform first. Holy shit, her heels have gotten bigger the last time that I look. Is this too big? I need to check. Yeah, that is way too big. That is way too big. Hold on, calm down. Calm your ass down, Renan. I know that you love big heels, but you know, you gotta be sensible about it. 10 centimeters. Yes. Yes, in the 10 centimeters. You wanna know something? So, yesterday was also the Pride Parade, which, by the way, never have I been in a place in which I've seen so many gay people all together at the same time. Because as much as I am part of the homosexual community and part of the queer community, I don't tend to hang out with the queers a lot, to be honest. I don't tend to hang out with a lot of queer people because, you know, social media will have you believe that we're not a minority, that most people are queer, you know? And, you know, you realize really quickly in the big world, in the real world, that you are a minority and that most people around you are not gay. So I don't tend to hang around with people who are queer a lot often because most of the people that I hang around with are not queer. And most of them are just straight women who have men issues, but still. So I never seen so many queer people before. That isn't working. Groaning! I'm in the middle of a story. Okay, let me take a sip. There. Happy? Happy now? I have... Sarek! What the hell? Now he's working yours fine. Girl, what the hell? What are you guys doing? Why am I your personal Tamagotchi? Am I just your Labubu that you're looking after? Is that who I am to you? But yeah, anyway. Point being, I went to... when I went to the Korean deli, the Pride Parade was happening in the same area. And I saw the parade pass around. And I have never felt such a big sense of community. You know? I have never ever seen such big, like, I never felt to be like I was in a place where I belong until I saw that place, because there were so many people dressed up in many different colors, many different ways. Like, there were drag queens with like really big heels on and amazing makeup. There was also just guys, like big bear guys walking around in heels, leather daddies, people in underwear, people like in full drag, like, you know, the things that you expect to see in a Pride Parade. And I wanted so badly to just jump in line and just parade with them too, because they looked like they were having fun. They genuinely looked like they were having fun, and I kind of regret not going, but I feel like I'm definitely gonna go next year. I'm definitely gonna go next year because it looks super duper fun, dude. It looks so fucking fun. Like, I just wanna be with the cool gay people, you know? I just wanna go where the cool gay people are, you know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. But I really did love that experience, and I wanna experience it again next year. Have you guys ever been to a Pride Parade? You guys ever been there? Because I feel like it's a very magical thing. And I know probably most of you aren't gay, you know. It is fun. It is fun. And also, there was a lot of fan clacking. No, I've been to a duck parade. A duck parade? How's that work? How's a duck parade work? Also, I feel like this is not quite working. Hold on, let me cheat again. Let me just do a little cheat. Bitch, what the fuck? Okay, hold on. Hold on, hold the phone. Everybody hold the phone. Stay still. Ah! There you go. There you go. Although, I feel like I'm gonna have to move it again. I'm doing a beat cheat. I am cheating. What's flank lagging? Okay, so here's a little bit of I guess gay history, and it's not really gay history. It's just a thing that gays do. Like flank lagging is similar to clapping. Like it produces a very similar sound to clapping, and essentially is that you open and close the fan really fast, almost like if you were doing a whip, but with the fan. You know, so like you open the fan, let it do the noise, and then you bring it back up, and it sounds really similar like a clap. You know, it's like clack, 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 clack. It sounds very similar to a fan. To a fan, to a clap. Oh my god, I can't speak. I cannot speak today. So yeah, that's what fan clapping is. This doesn't feel right. For some reason, it feels like this knee should be higher. It's funny that at one time a lot of people of a group of Pokemon Go were going around to see like 50 people, and the gay parade was going on specific streets, and the streets were just gym where are the gyms and raids, and we shared the street with them. Wouldn't it be so funny if, you know, all of the raids and the gyms, you know, were just the gay people? Can you imagine that? Just like all of them were holding the reins. It's a dog day parade. In several U.S. states. I believe that notable event is taking a river and a fuck ton of rubber ducks and racing them down the river by the thousands. Doesn't that like pollute the water? Doesn't that like pollute the water? Is that not bad? That feels like it should be. That feels like it should not be allowed. That feels a little bit illegal, you know? I'm just saying, that feels a little bit illegal. I don't know. It feels like it shouldn't be allowed. I feel like people shouldn't be doing that. It reminds me of that I don't remember which US city it was, but I remember that at some point in time they wanted to like become more iconic, and one of the things that they did is release a fuck ton of balloons. You know? They released a fuck ton of balloons just to like cover the sky with color, but then they didn't realize that there was a big ass storm coming, and all of the balloons landed straight into the ocean. And you know, some of them were never recovered. So like, I don't really fuck with things that alter the nature of things. Like, you guys remember when that like couple on the US died a whole waterfall for the gender reveal? You guys remember that? That was fucked up. That was so fucked up. Oh, lordy. No, you guys didn't know this? Okay, so at some point in time, I think it was like early 2017, like maybe 2017, 2018, more or less, before COVID, really. But at some point in time, gender reveals were getting really crazy. Like, people were actually burning their house down by accident with the way that they were doing gender reveals. And at some point, a couple decided to go into like a natural like place. I think it was like a protected like waterfall too, you know. And they decided to pour a fuck ton of blue dye down the waterfall to reveal the gender of their baby. And you know, obviously they got charged, obviously, because you know you're doing something very illegal. But like, it's just the amount of consideration or lack thereof that you must have for you to do something like that is fucking amazing to me. You know? Like, that is an amount of consideration that I wish I lacked so that I could have the gall and the audacity to be just like them, but it's just like, I can't. I can't. That is so stupid and so bad. Hold on. I'm having the idea that maybe she's like leaning forward a little. What if she leans forward a little? Just like, you know. You know. Does she lean forward? Would leaning forward be good for her? Why is she still the same size despite the fact that she's leaning forward? I don't understand. What am I doing wrong with her? Well, first of all, her head needs to be brought down, I think. That's number one. Number two, something about her torso is not sitting right for some reason. Like, I know her torso is short, but it's not that short, is it? Maybe maybe I'm stupid. I feel like her torso is not that short, but maybe it really is that short. Who knows? You know, if I were to have a gender reveal, which I don't think I will, because I don't think I will have a baby at any point in my lifetime, because I am the type of person who forgets their wallet when they just when I just had it in my hand. I feel like what would happen is I would forget about the baby. Genuinely, we'll go to the park just to have fun with other parents and other babies, and then it turns out that I completely forgot that I had a baby, and I went home and I left the baby in the park. So like, you know, I don't think I want to have one. But if I were to have a gender reveal, what I would do, me personally, is do sort of like a drag queen reveal. You know how people do like custom reveal, custom changes and stuff like that. What I would do is I would just show up in like a nice, cute, white dress, you know. And when it's time to reveal the gender of the baby, I just pull a cord, and then the baby turns pink, and then the dress like gets longer and it turns pink. You know, that's what I would do. Something like that, something to that effect. Just something that makes it more cute and fun and more performative rather than whatever the heck people are doing nowadays. You know? Mi pobre angelito. I have never seen that movie. I'm sorry. I have never seen that movie. Like I just don't like that. I don't like that movie. I've seen like commercials and little clips here and there, but I never got the fad. I never got the fad about it. It felt weird. You know what I mean? Just put the cake. Just put the cake on. Just put a cake that's a belly. When you open it, the xenomorph comes out. That is so fucking fucked up. Okay, but the xenomorph is like either pink or blue, right? That's what it would be like. That's what it would be like, right? That's what would happen. The xenomorph is either pink or blue, depending on the gender of the baby. Is that correct? What am I doing? I was gonna do something, but then my brain completely forgot what it was, and now I am in a pickle. I am in a pickle because I completely forgot what the fuck I was gonna do. What was I doing? I was drawing, yes, duh. But what was I drawing? What did I want it to do? Fuck. Brain, please cooperate with me. What were you working towards? What was the goal in all of this? I hate having ADHD and getting distracted by the most minuscule thing, and now I don't know what I wanted to do. God damn it. What did I want to do? What was the point? What was the point? What was I? Where was I traveling to? Where was I trying to get at? Bitch. I am so upset right now. Hold on. I think I remember now. Right, I wanted to look at this. I wanted to look at this. I wanted to look at this because it is a really good reference to the way that her body behaves. I like pickles. I don't like pickles because they're too goddamn sour. I don't like pickles. Pickles don't like me, and I don't like them. That's how I feel about it. Okay. Yeah, I think, you know what? I think that her torso might genuinely just be that small. I think that's the problem that I'm having. Is I'm trying to elongate her body. And that's not true, Ellen. That's not her body. Her body is not elongated like that. Ugh. I don't check, and Serena does appear to be this a safe name that with ties to calm Princess Noblewoman and not a medication. So to Sarna is. Oh, okay. Now that we go with the meaning of all of it, I don't like it as much as I don't like it as much anymore, because you know, I feel like names can have meaning without them being problematic. You know, I'm just saying. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Hold on. I need to clarify the shape of this because this is driving me nuts. Okay, so it's the shape of her rib cage, which rib cages tend to look like an egg. They tend to look like an egg. So these will be more or less the shape of her rib cage. And then from the rib cage, it goes something like this. Where her rib cage, from the rib cage comes her belly. Okay, you guys, I go with journeys with my art style and with the way that I draw things, because sometimes I have a really easy time just drawing things, you know. I have an easy time just drawing things and I don't really struggle with something, and then suddenly I just have times like today in which I am struggling the fuck out to figure out how to draw this. Oh Lord. Okay, let's try again. Let me see how the way that her anatomy is constructed, because I feel like I'm missing something. It's tied to Serena, which has ties to come. You know, you guys don't really gotta bark that loud to get my attention. You guys know that, right? You don't gotta do that. You can just, you know, call me by my name and I'll answer. Oh my god. It didn't. Done. Can you shut up? Thank you. Oh my goodness. I don't know why she's so aggressive. Like, genuinely, she didn't seem to be that aggressive when she was younger, but the older that she's getting a bit more aggressive, and I don't like it. Angry dog. I mean, I know that dogs like her because, you know, she seems to be some type of breed. I like to think that she's like a mix between a hyena and a German Shepherd, because she genuinely looks like a hyena, particularly when you pet her. If you pet her head, she genuinely looks like a hyena. But I don't know. I know that German Shepherds are territorial, but something needs to happen, because I'm very tired of her just barking at everything and everyone. You know, she barks to dogs that are not even doing anything to her. And that is a bit of problematic behavior that I would like to correct before it gets too far. But you know, kind of hard to train a dog that is hard coded to be angry. You know, it's like trying to teach chihuahuas that they shouldn't shake that much. It's kind of impossible to do because, you know, chihuahuas they naturally just shiver because they are filled with rage. But yeah, it's tied to Serena, which has ties to Calm, Princess, Non-Noblewoman. And I like the thing that her mother named her that in hopes that it would be true and was so wrong. Okay. You know what? You have convinced me. I am convinced. Alright. Fine. Her name would be Serena. Her name would be Serena. So now we finally have a name. So I can stop referring to her as just Poison. Pastor Alemán. Yep. It's a German Shepherd is Pastor Alemán. That is correct. You are correct, my dear friend. My good fellow, you are correct on that. Okay, what I need to do is do a bit of a fold in here. There needs to be a bit of a fat rolling here. Primarily because, you know, that's kind of just how fat do. There needs to be a fold. Man, I'm struggling so much with this. I don't think I've ever struggled to draw her this much. I think it's probably because my brain is just not having a good time today. Hold on. Step away from the gun, Mary. Step away from the gun. Step away from the gun and assess. What's wrong? What is wrong with this perspective that is not convincing you about it? Okay, first of all, I think that the main problem is, one, there is no perspective. It is not in perspective. I am just kind of drawing a straight pose without actually thinking about the way that it's meant to go. Okay. This would connect with her and then go like this. And then, you know, it goes out. This is gonna get a lot better once I do the second pass. Because it's so easy. The problem with drawing like fat rolls and stuff like that, it's so easy to do it wrong. It's so easy to make her look bloated. What are we having Serena do here? She's leaning forward. That's the thing. She's leaning forward. She's leaning forward, trying to take a selfie, and then she notices you. You know? She's trying to take a selfie, and then she notices your existence, and she's like, "Oh, hello." You know? Oh, her breasts are too big. She is a little. She's well endowed, but not that well endowed. Okay. My process is usually that I tend to sculpt the body a lot better once I do like the second or third pass. But I'm getting frustrated at this. I'm getting frustrated at this. That's the reason why I'm like kind of struggling a little. Oh god, her hips should be bigger. Her hips should be bigger. Okay. I feel like the body fat is like distributed in a way that makes me feel okay about it for now, but I'll have to do like a second or third pass to like get it to this same amount of majesticness right here, because this is majestic. This is a majestic body that I'm looking at right here, and this is not it, sis. This is not it, sis. Oh lordy. All right. So I'm gonna have to do this. Well, yeah, I really like the name Serena. I feel like you guys did a good job with that name. You guys really did do that. It's quite a cute name. I really like it. I mean, we could even have it that she shortened it to Seren, you know, just because it's so close to the name of you're talking about, the poison sarin gas, you know. So we can have her shorten it for like her online name, you know. It's like, my name is Serena Cyanide, but in reality I go by Seren because I don't like the name that my mom gave me, because my mom's an asshole, you know. Do you guys think that Serena's moms would be conservative? Conservative in the sense that you guys think that she would have an issue with Serena being a lesbian? Because Serena is a lesbian. Don't get that confused anywhere. Serena is a lesbian. However, do you guys think that her mom would have any issues with that? Or do you guys think Serena's mom would be a good mom? I need to redo the breast here. I need to redo her chest, because her chest is not like chesting. Her mom is also a lesbian. No, her mom is not a lesbian. Her mom is straight. Like, listen. You guys gotta understand. You gotta understand. As much as I want to make everybody gay in my universe, you guys have to understand that we gotta do some diversity hiring, you know? We gotta have straight people for diversity. So, unfortunately, no, I cannot turn everybody gay as much as I may want to. So we need to we can make her gay. We can make both Serena and her mom gay. One of them gotta be one of them gotta take it for the team, and one of them gotta be straight. Okay, hold on. If we do this, which is the fact that her, I think I just did something wrong with the anatomy, and that's the reason why I'm like struggling so much with this. Okay, let's draw her actual spine. Her actual spine would be something like this. So, her breast, which should be, you know, in the picture. We need to cover up a little bit of her torso, just a tiny little bit. I'm getting attacked by mosquitoes right now, you guys. You have no idea how much I'm suffering today because of it. Oh, lordy. You know, I know that I know that I can make this work. I know that I can make this work. I know that I'm good at art, but damn, this is one of those days I'm having like this issue, and I'm like, maybe I'm not that good at art. Maybe I am a fraud, you know? Maybe I am a fraud, and I lied to everybody who I ever told that I can actually draw. You know? I'm having a bad day when it comes to drawing. Which is funny, because I've actually been having a good week when it comes to drawing in general, actually. When it comes to drawing, I've been doing really good recently. And maybe this is like, you know, God's punishment a little. Like, God is like, you know what? You've been having a little bit too good of a week. You need to bring it down a notch. And I'm like, no, but I like drawing. And God is like, no. You gotta tone it down. Oh, Lord, her leg is too small. Why? How did this turn out to be that her leg is too small? If anything, her legs are long. Her legs are long and luscious. Why is it so small? Hold on. I'm getting there. I'm slowly but surely getting there. God fuck just happened with this? How did I fuck up so bad? Something went wrong here. I need to... What the fuck did I just do? Okay, first of all, this needs to be thicker. Clearly. This needs to be thicker. But I feel like I may have just fucked up with her leg. With how thick it is. Because that doesn't look right. That does not look right at all. You know what? Renan, stop focusing so much on the fucking details. This is my problem. I'm focusing way too much on the details and I'm losing the plot a little. I need to concentrate and just do it. Just do it. Come on, Renan. You can worry about all the details that about how bad they are later. Just do it. I am an artist. I am a good artist. I know how to draw. I know how to draw. I am an artist and I am good at drawing. I just suck a little bit, but it's okay. And these mosquitoes are really driving me nuts. You know, we were doing so good with mosquitoes this season. We're doing so good. You know, we were doing so good because the mosquitoes were not. The mosquitoes were like at a tolerable level. But recently, with the amount of rain that we've been having lately, the mosquitoes are just not doing it for me now. Mosquitoes are just kind of killing me. I am about to lose it. Because these mosquitoes are just, you know, sucking me like a capricin. And I do not appreciate it. Do you vaccinate of dengue? Dengue has a vaccine. Like, not to be an ignorant person. Dengue doesn't have a vaccine, dude. No, it doesn't. You're lying. No, it does not have a vaccine. If it has a vaccine, why have I never heard about it? Since when does it have one? Since when? That's a thing? I'm telling you, there is no vaccine. Hold on. Let's Google. Let's Google. We have technology, SpongeBob. Does dengue have a vaccine? There's only one that's only available in the United States. At least from like a quick Google search, there is just one vaccine, and it's only available in the United States. Otherwise, everybody else apparently can just fuck off. That's what it says, and it's recent too. It's just it's just happened. It's a 2025 thing. Okay, so what is going wrong here? It's like the post is not posting, and also I feel like I accidentally made her legs too big. She might be too thick, which I don't know if that's a possible thing to say, but I think I might have accidentally made her too thick. God damn, look at them legs though. Why is she so thick? I don't think that. Did I mean to make her this thick? I don't think she's meant to be this thick. No, she's not meant to be that thick. Is she that thick? I think I may have fucked up. I think ever so slightly, I think I may have fucked up a little. No, you cooked. Well, listen, I know you guys like thick women. That is no secret. That is no secret to anyone, you know? You guys like thick women. We all know this. The thing is, though, is that I don't think that is what I meant to do with this body type. You know, she is thick, but I don't know that she's this thick, you know? Like, she is thick, but I'm not sure that she is this level of thick. Hold on. I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to fix it because like I appreciate her thickness, but this is not it, sis. This is not it. I can help that I'm gay. You don't have to help it either. You are in the right place, Starry Night. You are in the right place. You know what? You're in the right place too. Goon. That is the... I did not mean to say that, but that is how it came out, so I'm gonna own up to it. You're in the right place to goon. Okay. I think... I'm trying to look at it and just... I don't know what's wrong. What is wrong, Mary? Maybe the torso just needs to be a bit more forward. Maybe that's what I'm... Maybe that's what I'm missing. But yeah, how you been, Starry Night? I hope you're having a good day, and I hope you enjoy, you know, me losing my mind over the fact that I've forgotten how to draw. I've forgotten how to do basic things in artwork, and I'm just, you know, scraping by and trying to remember. God, this looks so bad. What is happening? Okay, I think it's the knee. The knee needs to go down. Don't worry, I'm struggling too, working on my PNG tuber. Let's all struggle together. Let's all take ibuprofen together. Forgotten, more like improve. Guys, I know you guys like thick woman. I know. It is no secret. But this doesn't look right. Lord, listen. I know, thick woman. We all love it. We all love to be in the presence of thick woman. But you guys gotta realize that this is not right anatomy-wise. The anatomy is not anatomying. That's what you gotta know. It doesn't look right. Agree to disagree. It's not about how thick it is. Cronin, it's not about how thick it is. It's literally about the fact that it doesn't look good. The problem is that the anatomy doesn't look right. It looks deformed. So I need to figure out how to fix it. I'm not saying that I'm gonna touch her thickness. I'm just saying that I want to make it look good. And I don't know how. My brain is kind of struggling to figure it out. Y'all are heathens. Y'all are heathens. All you think about is the horniness of your brain and not the intention that I'm having with this drawing. Oh. Okay. Let me see. Understood, not really, but okay. I know. Also, I'm sorry. I did not mean to yell. I did not mean to yell at you like that. I did not mean to yell at you like that. I'm so sorry. I'm just stressed. I'm stressed. I'm stressed. Because, like, things are not turning out my way. Okay. Hold on. I think I almost got it. There's some water to chill a bit. I ran out of water. I don't have any more water. In fact, my throat is hurting. I'm gonna go grab some water, actually. You guys give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I actually don't really need the water. My throat hurts like shit. So, 1 sec. Right back. Okay, I'm back. Hello. You know what we're gonna do? I think we need to take a break. I think we need to take a break from it. I think that's what needs to happen. I think we need to take a break from working on this for a moment. And I want to show you guys something. But first, I just noticed something I could fix. It should be this. Hi back. I hate you, Pablo. I hate you, Pablo. Okay, hold on. I know I said we're gonna take a break, but I still can't figure it out. Why does it look so long? Is it torso? Is it just the egg? Is it the egg that I've forgotten to make the right size? That might be it, actually. Hold on, let me just make her bigger. Oh, I think that might be it. I think I forgot to make the egg the right size. And that's why I'm having issues with this. Because I think that her torso might be just too small. Like, she has a small torso, but it's not meant to be that small. Okay. I'll fix it later. Because, like, I'm looking at her breast, right? I'm looking at her breast, and if I am correct, her chest should be here then. Like, women do tend to have, like, boobs. Yes, women do indeed have boobs. But no, women do tend to have boobs that are, like, you know, lower in the rib cage than male boobs. That is common and normal. Women do tend to have boobs like that. So I think that's, you know, something I need to figure out to be able to move forward. Boob size. The boob doing the boob thing. Which, you know, this should be easier for me because I do have boobs, but, like, boobs are just not boobing. The boobs are not boobing. Okay. I think we do need to take a break. Never mind. Brendan, stop working on it. Stop working on it. It is one of the better aspects. Not the objectification of woman right here in my stream. That is not good. Not good at all, girly. Not good at all. Okay. I think also part of the problem is that the crotch is not well drawn. The crotch needs to be, you know, better drawn. But it works out properly. Oh. Can you please call me a good boy? That sounds like bait, but sure. You know what? I shall indulge you today, because I have no brain right now, so... Silas, you're such a good boy. Good boy, you're such a good boy. Who's such a good boy? I'm kidding. Man, I don't think I would ever get a request like that. Does that mean that I'm finally getting the recognition that I deserve as a VTuber? Does that mean that I'm finally getting famous, Mom? Am I finally getting famous enough for people to be horny for me? Because if so, thank God. Thank God. Because, like, I've been waiting. I've been waiting for so long, and you guys have not been horny for me yet. So, like, what's going on with that? I can enjoy multiple aspects of women. Some are wholesome and some are not. What's a wholesome aspect that you enjoy about the woman anatomy? Be quick about it. Be quick about it. Wholesome aspect that you enjoy about the human anatomy. Thank you, though, for realizing I liked and stuff. Thank you. That would mean that we are just like one sub away from 1K. Lovely hair. Okay, you know what? Fair enough, I guess. Fair enough. Although that answer feels very cop-out, Zurich. That answer feels very cop-out. Because you know what? That sounds like the people who I said, what do you like about her? Oh, her eyes. You know? That feels cop-out. I feel the cop-out coming. I would like a little bit of a more concrete answer later on when you can come up with one. You know? Okay. I keep saying that I want to take a break, but then I see a potential way to fix it and I just have to try it. I see a potential way to fix my issues and everything that's wrong with my life, and I want to take it, but then like I realize that it's actually not working out, and I feel very sad about it. Okay, anyway, commercial break. Let's take a break. Let's take a break because I think I'm gonna drive myself insane if I continue to work on this. Okay, so chat, I want to show you something. You're very nice. Thank you. You're so sweet. I want to show you something, chat. I want to show you something. And first of all, I want to apologize to you, chat, because I may or may not have gone ahead and done something without you. I know. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to leave you out. I promise. But inspiration struck, and I just felt like doing it. So I'm so sorry. Well, hold on. Let me just. Yeah, I think you also have. I think you have a very cool bunny character. Thank you. You're so adorable. You're gonna make me blush. You're gonna make me blush. Stop it. Stop it. Where's this thing? Where's this thing? Drawing files. Video. Okay, there you go. Here's the thing that I've been working on. If it would like to load. One day it would load. Or not, or maybe my computer can just like crash. You know, that's also valid. That's also valid. I would crash too. I would also crash if I had to deal with this. Oh, you're saying sorry for it. Oh, there you go. Here you go, Chad. Here you go. Let me just move it right here so you can see it better. Say hello to the Ice type gym leader. I'm sorry I went ahead and designed the face and the hair and a lot of aspects about it without you guys being present here. But I just listen. It's an old OC, okay? I'm doing a redesign. And it just felt right. I just did what felt right, you know? I've been working on this for the past few days. Which is, you know, making you blush. Ah, that's fine, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. Hold on, let me go up because Sarah, you're having a crash out right now. Let me go read. Long hair better, but short can work with some outfits and themes. And hair is great. You can do so much with it between playing with it, styling to frame the face and the body. Love a good braid. A skill I wish I could practice more. I wonder if I could just get a wig for that. Sorry, do you just want to like come live with me and have you and I can have you do my hair? Because like my hair is long enough. You can do whatever you want with it. You know, my hair is long enough. So like, you know, we can have a moment together. We can have a really good moment. But yeah, this is the Ice type gym leader, which his name, he already has a name. We don't really have to think too much about it. His name is Otto, you know, OTTO. Stage name Otone. But otherwise, his name is just Otto. And I know, very, very weird, but it's okay. Here's the thing about him though. Because he's already an old OC, he's an OC that I had for such a long time. I think it's around like what? I mean, I made him when I was 15. It's been almost 10 years. He's a 10-year-old OC. He has existed for a long time now. But the thing is that he was very generic when I first made him. Let me just grab an actual picture of him. Otto Octavius. If anything, it's more like Otto Apocalypse. Hold on, let me just grab the reference. 1 second. So he's a really old character that I had for a while now. As you can see, you know, I used to make people very generic with nuclear white skin tones and, you know, not a lot of consideration for color palettes that actually work together, you know? I just knew that he has a white skin and pink hair. That's all I basically did. But my focus with this redesign essentially is to not only make her more interesting, but do like actual visual storytelling, you know? Because a scar like this is not pretty. A scar like this is not a pretty thing. You know what I mean? This is not a pretty scar. And this is bound to have a impact on a person's self-respect and self-esteem, you know? You're like the only streamers that would talk to me. I mean, I'm sure that if you talk in other streamers' chats, they will acknowledge you. So don't worry about it. Just keep trying. But the point then being is that his story is one of a loss of confidence and a loss of self-respect and self-validation, because the original character of Otto is that he used to be a Pokemon coordinator. Is that what we call it? Is that what it is actually called in English? Coordinator Pokemon. Pokemon coordinator? Contestant? Is there a Pokemon contest? But I don't know if in English it's called coordinator. Can you guys verify that for me? Is it Pokemon coordinator? Well, anyway, point being is that he used to be a Pokemon coordinator. He used to be a Pokemon coordinator, and he really loved the limelight. He really loved the stage, the big bright lights, and he loved to put up like a really beautiful show between striking poses and using his Pokemon moves to like create really beautiful effects, right? Because that is what Pokemon coordination is. However, when the incident that happened that made him have this big ass car, happened, he was in a coma for about 2 years, and after being in a coma for about 2 years, he kind of realized that life moved on without him. You know, it's kind of the thing that you have to deal with characters who have been unconscious for a long time. Life has moved on. He's no longer his name has no longer been in people's names. You know, his family has also moved on a little bit. They assumed that he was never gonna wake up. You know, and you know, previous partners, previous people that know him just moved on without him. And I don't know if you know what that is like, but when you realize that people have moved on without you, that is a very traumatic thing that happens, you know? And because of that, he just gained a lot of fucking weight. Like, he used to be skinny. In fact, he used to actually be really buff, you know? He used to be really buff. He, not really, really buff. He used to be more like, you know, he had big tits is the point. And I'm sticking with the body type that he had when I first made him, which is that, you know, he was supposed to have a bit of a voluptuous male tits, you know. And so he lost his physique, and then he started gaining weight really fast, really quick, you know? And because of the loss of self-esteem and the loss of, like, you know, not really being wanting to be seen in public like this, you know? He did not want to be seen in public like this. He sort of disappeared from the public eye, moved to a different region, and now most of his work is anonymous work. And when I mean anonymous work is that he does have a name to attribute things to. It's just nobody who has ever seen his pieces of artwork have ever seen him before. And now he creates sculptures, ice sculptures, inspired by the beautiful poses that Pokemon coordinators strike, you know? He likes to do very elegant, very delicate ice sculptures. Right? And so when he is at home, he is, you know, seen like this usually, with his with his eye a bit uncovered. And then he put on a mask and created the Akatsuki. I mean, if he was evil, yeah. If he was evil, yeah, but he's not evil. He's just, you know, self-conscious. But anyway, what was I saying? What's the saying? Right. So, you know, when he's at home, he basically looks like this. He has his scar more exposed than when he's in public. Because, well, you know, I don't know if you know anything about hair, but having your hair, like, be in your well, not necessarily field of vision because he's blind in this eye, but your hair in your face doesn't feel nice, you know? Your hair in your face doesn't feel nice. Therefore, you know, he just keeps it out of the way and allows his face to show off a little bit more. But when he's in public, he fully just covers it up. He fully just covers it up, self-admittedly doing a bit of a bad job at it because you can still tell that something is wrong with him. But, you know, he does not want to be seen like this at all. He really does not want to be seen. But, you know, sometimes he gotta go out. He gotta go out to buy groceries. He gotta go out to buy food. He gotta go out to drink water, you know? If it was for him, he'll be fully just shut in his room. But no, he can't. So when he does go out in public, this is how you're gonna see him, basically. Just him with his very badly chopped bangs on top of his face. And the thing is that the reason why I made the bangs on his hair to be this chunky, like to literally end in blunt ends almost everywhere except for, you know, select parts of his hair, is because he cuts his own hair. He's up at 3 a.m. cutting his own hair, and that's because it's all, and that's why it's all different lengths. That's why it's not really cohesive or making any type of sense of the way that it is. It's because he cuts it himself. Because, you know, if he were to go to a real hairdresser, the hairdresser would move his hair around and look at his face. You know, and this is not a pretty face. And also on the side of his head where he has this scar, he has a relatively decent bald spot, like over here-ish. Like over here, he will have a decent sized bald spot that, you know, he tries to cover up with his hair, but, you know, he doesn't have any hair with the bald spot that was burned off of his hair. So, you know, it is not really a thing that feels, you know, nice to do when people mess around with your hair and they can see your bald spot. So that's the point. That's the point that I'm trying to get across from him. It's a person who is deeply insecure because of the things that he has lost in life, you know? So, also, because he's really white and he hangs around in, like, cold spaces a lot, his face is just, like, permanently flushed at this point. Like, his room is very cold because he sleeps where he keeps his sky sculptures. So, you know, he's just permanently flushed like this. That is just how you're gonna see him 24/7. Also, chat, can you guess what type of scar this is? Quiz for you all. What type of car? What type of scar this is? What is this type of scar? What is it called? There is actually 2 right answers. One of them is technically the correct one, and the other one is the source of why it happened. So, anyone have any guesses? It's the Tsuko scar. Well, yes, it is a burn scar, but there is it is not a burn scar. I will tell you this: it's not a burn scar caused by fire. It is not caused by fire. It was caused by something else, and I feel like the pattern would probably let you know how it happened. Any ideas? Keloide? Well, yeah, no. Una cicatrización keloide. That type of scar would be a bit more unsightly. Because with that type of scar, I think it's keloid. I think that's how you call it in Spanish, in English. Whatever. That type of scarring essentially makes really big bumps, you know? Is that an ice burn? Nope. An ice burn would be that he would have lost his face. An ice burn is not the same. An ice burn usually generates frostbite. So, no, his skin would look a lot more fucked up if it was an ice burn. Okay. It is an electrical burn. It is an electrical burn. And the thing about electricity, and particularly when you get struck with lightning, you get like this tree-shaped scarring that happens to your body. That usually disappears, right? But you know, for the sake of character design-wise, this is not disappearing, right? But this type of scarring that looks a little bit like tree roots and stuff like that is generated because of lightning. And I don't know if you noticed, but this is exactly the size of a fist. Can you guess what Pokemon move is related to electricity and fists? Can you guess, Chad? The first person to name the name of the Pokemon move will get a kiss. Thunder Punch. There you go. Yeah, he got a Thunder Punch straight to the face. There's a Thunder Punch straight to the face. Hold on. Let me procure that real quick. Because I did make a little comic about it, and when I say comic, I literally just mean like, you know, illustration. Because, you know, because he used to belong to a roleplay group, his story is a lot different than what I'm doing right now. Like, the story that I'm doing for this gym leader AU, I guess, is, you know, it's what's to say? This story is a lot more mellow. It's based on the story that I'm talking about. Log into view. Okay, just do a Google account, whatever. Come on, just let me view this. Okay. February to 2000. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Hold on. Ah. Can I just move on? Thank you. I want to see this. Okay, there you go. Finally, I got it. I finally got it. Trigger warning, blood. Although this is not very drawn. This is not very well drawn blood. This is not very well drawn blood. Here you go. This is what happened essentially. So to give you a little bit of a context about what happened here. So this is God, I used to be so bad with names, but you know, I'm still bad with names. So this is Shigure. Shigure, which is his big sister. you know? And his big sister doesn't really like him very much, you know? She's not very fond of him. In fact, she wishes that he was dead. And she tried to make that happen. You know what I mean? She tried to make that happen. And, well, you know, as I said, I'm not very good at drawing gore or stuff like this. But this is what happened to him, essentially. All right, this thing. You guys remember this? I think I showed you at some point. But yeah, this is what happened to him. This is what happened to him. His sister tried to kill him. It didn't quite work out. And this is what the aftermath of that was. You know? It looked like a crime scene of Danganronpa if it was a pink blood. I did base it on Danganronpa, so yeah, you do have a good point. You do have a good point. I will give you that one. But yeah, this is essentially what the result of that is, you know? Just a really big ugly scar that covers, you know, a big side of his head. I should have, on hindsight, I should have probably made this just look like it's distilling thunder. Just to make it better, but you know the anatomy of this is not that bad actually. The anatomy of this is not that bad, but he's hitting the Golden Freddy pose. Do you guys see it? You know, do you guys see it? He's hitting the Golden Freddy pose. Hey Lilith, how you doing, sweetheart? I hope you're having a good day. I accidentally sprayed my mouth with a deodorant spray. Now I have an accent. And you're about to have an axe wound if you do that again. Not the puns. I hate it here. It was a good one though. I'll give you that one. It is a good pun. It's a good pun. But how you doing, Lilith? I haven't seen you in a while. Dad jokes. Are you a dad? Do you have permissions to do dad jokes? Because if I need to see your dad permit, I need to see your father permit for me to be able to accept a dad joke from you. I have a godchild. Okay, you know what? Fair enough, I guess. You know what? That is a good reason to do dad jokes. So, okay, you have your dad permit. But yeah. This is what I wanted to show you, essentially. This is what I wanted to show you. Like, the little bit of progress that I did on the Ice-type gym leader. Because, you know, he's a personal LC of mine. You know, he's a personal LC of mine, a character that I'm not created from scratch. And I think that, you know, I just wanted to spend time with him again. You know, I miss him so much, God damn it. I miss him so much. I haven't played with him in like 10 years at this point. You know? I missed him. I really did. So I hope you guys don't mind that I went ahead and you know, design a little bit of him. The rest of him, what I am gonna do on stream, particularly the outfit, because I need to do some like iterating on his outfit, because he is gonna be very difficult to do for me, because I'm not very good at snow wear. I'm not very good at cold wear. I've been playing B Rising. Is B Rising not like the Dead by Daylight like clone? I think. Like it's very Dead by Daylight-ish, right? Right? No? Then what the fuck is B Rising then? Because I remember, doesn't B Rising have like a Dead by Daylight version of it? I'm confused. I am now very confused. I'm very confused. Okay, so let's see. Let's continue on with this. So if this is the hand that's gonna have the phone, and the phone will be around here-ish, because you know she's taking a selfie. You know, here's the phone. We're gonna pretend that this is a phone. And we're gonna pretend that this is well drawn, despite the fact that it is not, you know. We're gonna this, whatever. Whatever. I'll figure out the hand situation later. You're a vampire and you're trying to survive by doing the base build and an exploration like Ark Survival. Oh, you know what? I was completely wrong. I was actually completely wrong. Yeah. Then what game am I thinking of? There is a game that's very similar to like Dead by Daylight that has a very similar art style to V-Rising. But I cannot think for the life of me what that game is called. Okay, phone. Here's phone. I'm gonna pretend that this is a well-drawn hand. Also, I need to somehow show you my OC so you can bask in her glorious outfit and boots. You can just send me a DM. You are in my Discord. You can either just send me a DM or just post it on the Discord. The number of DDD clones are so many. If I remember right, this particular Day by Daylight clone that I'm talking about is they have button eyes, kind of like Coraline. You know, you guys remember Coraline? It's similar to that. They have button eyes. They look like puppets, the characters. So that's what I thought it was V-Rising, but maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just confused. Which it could be, because, you know, I do tend to get confused very often. That is something that does happen to me. Okay, this hand is clearly too long. Have you played Dead by Daylight? I did. I didn't have a very good PC for it. And I still don't, technically. I still thought Dead by Daylight would probably still run like shit. But I did play Dead by Daylight at some point. I wanted to play nurse. I wanted to be a nurse main so bad. And you know what happened? I ended up getting really dizzy. The blinking was really dizzying for some reason. I ended up puking when I play nurse. And because I couldn't play nurse, I was like, you know what? I don't want to play this game anymore. You know? I don't want to play this game anymore because I cannot be the character that I want to be in life. And if I cannot be her, then what is the point of playing this game? And so I ended up quitting. Okay, we're gonna pretend that this is a face. Nurse is still OP. I can imagine. I can imagine that she is. It's just like, you know, I'm not. I just don't have. I don't have it in me to like get back into it. You know, I would, but I just don't have it in me anymore. Okay, chat. This is gonna look really bad until it doesn't. So please bear in mind that this is not good looking, and that is okay. Okay, just make her face smaller. Yeah, her face needs to be smaller. Face needs to be smaller. There's the neck. I heard that some people have that kind of problem with some characters like that. Imagine playing by Impact RT, you get extra daisy. I haven't played Marvel Rivals in such a long time. I sort of like, you know, quit both Marvel Rivals and League of Legends at the same time. Which, you know, one would say that nature is healing, but like, I don't know. I just don't have the time to be playing those types of games anymore. Because, you know, they are so long. They are so long. You have to spend so much time playing those games. And I'm like, I'm just not interested. Which I don't think I would ever be capable of quitting League of Legends. You guys know how much of a big deal it is to me that I haven't played League of Legends in 6 months? You guys know how much of a big deal that is to somebody who's like addicted to League of Legends and who could easily relapse at any moment? But the Vibes DM, well, the team Vibes has not played with each other since last year. Now Rebels is like 15 minutes. That's still too long, though. That's wonderful that you're putting it away from League. Hey, listen. How they? Okay, that is a double standard, though. That is a double standard. Like, yay, you're quitting League of Legends, but oh, you're quitting my rivals. No, nor. Okay, and I need to do her balls. I need to do her boa, which I need a reference for. I don't know where it is anymore. Where's her boa? Her boa should be about as big as this. So it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. And because her boa is here, I think she would be holding it with her hand. Because, you know, trying to strike a cute pose, I guess. And then the other side of the boa, which would be around here-ish. This looks so bad, but it's okay. Art was never meant to be good in the first place. I'm basically just coping with the fact that I am not doing good right now. God damn. It's just a sketch, Renan. It's okay. You live. Okay, there you go. Does that look like a good pose, or am I just like, or have I lost the plot with the pose? I feel like I may have lost the plot with the pose, you know? I feel like the posing is not good, but I don't know what else to do. I've been working on this pose for so long that I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I think I may just need to take a rest and just not look at this for a while. I think maybe my brain just genuinely being treacherous. Genuinely trying to like sabotage me. Cause like it started off so good and then suddenly it kinda started looking like garbage. Oh shit. League low-key made it difficult to do CC stuff back in the day. I mean, the thing is that when I play League, I'm just not a good person. That's the thing that the reason why I have never played League on stream and I refuse to do so, no matter how many times people have asked me to like collab on League and stuff like that. I'm just not a good person. I generally become really toxic when I play League, and I don't like who I am when I play League. You know? So, because of that, I just don't want to expose anyone to me when I am like that, you know? I feel like that is a very responsible thing to do. So yeah, it's just, I'm not a good person when I play League, and I would rather not subject anyone with that, you know? You guys, Chad, you know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen, Chad? What's gonna happen is I'm gonna end stream, and then I'm just like, you know, gonna sit around with this sketch for a little bit, and then suddenly my third eye is gonna open, and I'm gonna figure out what's wrong with it, and I'm gonna be able to make it better. And then it was not gonna be on stream. Some people are gonna think that I don't know how to draw. People are gonna think that I don't know how to draw because I just can't figure it out on stream. You know? I remember when you played League on stream with Pepper and Marisa, and you know what happened. You know what happened. You saw what happened. You saw what happened, and that it wasn't a pretty experience, so, you know. Okay, anyway. I think this is where I might leave stream today, because genuinely I'm having such a hard time, like, doing anything with my brain right now other than panicking and crying and throwing up. So, you know. Would you guys be mad at me? This is where I ended, because genuinely I just don't know what else I could do. I feel like I'm getting too frustrated looking at this, you know? Of course I do. What is that clip? 1 second. What is that clip? Oh shit. Okay, the visuals are not that funny. The visuals are not that funny, so here is a maybe I am funny. Maybe I am funny. Hold on. You guys listen to this. This is me playing League of Legends.
X. That's fair.
The thing is, this game is fun as long as you don't have the pressure to win.
Oh, I thought you said this game is fun as long as you don't have depression. I was like, oh well, I gotta tell you something.
Come on, it's 2024. Everyone has depression. Nobody will be playing this.
There you go. The thing about League of Legends, you know, the thing about League of Legends, you know, is League of Legends is not a play that you game for fun. If League of Legends is not a game that you play for fun. It's a game that you play when you want to get angry. That's when you play League of Legends. League of Legends is played when you want to feel something, and that something, it's anger. And the thing is that League of Legends, for me at least, is a game that used to be a catharsis thing, you know? It used to be really cathartic for me to play League. Because, you know, I would get angry, you know? I would get angry, and then I would, like, you know, get better after that, you know? I took out my anger issues and everything that was negative with me with League of Legends, and then I would go out into the world fresh and freshly clean and just feeling good, you know? Feeling good about life. But then, you know, League of Legends came around, and I while I was playing it, I was just bad. Okay, so chat, we're gonna do something. We're gonna do something. So, I'm gonna show you the intro to my next video, because I feel bad that I have made you wait for so long. I feel bad that I have made you wait for so long. So, I'm gonna show you the intro of my next video. The water trainer video? Girl, the water trainer video has been done. What are you talking about? That has been done. It's been public. You haven't watched it, Zurich? Damn. Okay, hold on. I wonder if I can show this without it, like, you know, dying on me. That's what I mean. The Water Gym Leader video has been out, Zurich. The Water Gym Leader video has been out. It's been like 3 months since I made it. Okay, let's see if this will... Let me just press play for myself and see if it would work properly. If it doesn't, then I'm just gonna try. So just give me 1 second. Hold on, I'm just checking something. Okay, no, yeah, I can show you this one. I can show you the updated version of it. Okay, you know what? Let me do something real quick. I'm gonna export this. So that I can, you know, show you it without any lag. Okay, and quick export. Well, while this is working, then why was it still the thing? Well, the reason why it was still there, you know, is because nobody gave a tip for that one. Nobody gave a tip for the Water Gym Leader video. I don't know if you saw, but the Water Gym Leader video flopped a little. The Water Gym Leader video didn't do as good as I thought it was going to do, and because of that, it was still up because it just wasn't fulfilled, you know. I'm sorry, Zurich. I have lied to you. I have lied to you, and I am so sorry for it. Oh, I am a fraud. I'm a fraud. Is it done yet? Oh, almost. Okay, rendering complete. And let's see. Can I put this here without it automatically playing? Would it be media? I think it would be media. Video. Oh, I guess it doesn't work like that. I guess it cannot play videos. Got it. It cannot play videos. So I guess I'm gonna have to open it and then and then show you by I guess capturing the screen. There you go. 1 second, chat. 1 second. Video window capture. Okay, there you go. There you go. And can I make it smaller? I guess I'll put it here for now. There you go. All right, chat. All right, chat. So, this is the intro to my next video. And I've been working on this in the past few days. And you may be wondering, Renan, you've been working on this for 2 days in a row. And you only have 45 seconds? I think once you see the editing in this, you'll forgive me for it being too short. Because it turns out, as I get better at editing, it takes longer for me to do things. So, let me just adjust myself on the screen. All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready to watch the intro towards my next YouTube video? Well, ready or not, here it comes. Unova is one of the most iconic regions Pokemon has ever made. From the first time we ever had 3D landscapes to fully animated sprites, to the first and only time we ever had seasons because, God forbid, Game Freak ever keeps something around for more than 2 seconds. And among those things that I can never get out of my head is a peculiar tune, one that sends shivers down my spine. I mean, yes, this one too, but I mean this one. That's right! For today's video, we shall be diving into Unova's Elite Four, discussing what about their character designs and the ambience that surrounds them that makes this four the peak of Pokemon character design. There you go. Here's your intro. It is your intro for the next video. What do you think, though? I think like I'm getting a lot better at editing, but you know, it is taking a lot longer because I'm getting better at it. It's just like hard. Tu estilo de edición. Gracias. Thank you. You're so sweet. Although my style of editing, I kind of like, you know, I kind of like shoplifted it a little bit from Kane. From King Coalstar, because I really like the way that he edits stuff. And, you know, I've been slowly morphing it into, like, my own thing, you know? Because, like, you know. I had to bother you again, but could you call me a good boy to help me sleep for the last time I could? I swear. Sweetie? Okay, you know what? No, I'm not gonna entertain that. Okay, sweetheart. I'm just gonna tell you this right now. If you need me to call you a good boy for you to sleep, you probably should not say that out loud. I'm just gonna say that, you know. I'm just gonna say that. So, yeah, anyway. So, Chad, I think this is where we're gonna end things for today. This is where we're gonna end this for today. Because I am tired and I need to not look at my artwork for a little bit. I need to look at my artwork not for a little bit because I think I need to just have a fresh pair of eyes to look at whatever the fuck I'm doing. Because, like, it's not working out for me right now. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited. I'm glad that you guys like it. I'm really glad that you guys like it. I hope this one bangs. Because, you know, if this video does good, if this video does at least half as good as the Genshin video did, or just as good, if it does just as good as the Legend CA video, I think I would have enough I think I will have enough watch time to get memberships open. You know? Hey Aaron, how you doing, sweetheart? Although you're coming here a little bit late. Okay, fine. Fine. You can get a good night. Have a good night, Silas. Sleep well. Wait, Renan, wait, what's up? Check the sub count. You're kidding. Don't do this to me. I told you guys to not get me to 1K before I finish this video. Okay, thank God. We're not at 1K yet. Whew. Oh, thank God. Thank God. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Hold your horses. Nobody subscribe anymore. Wait until I finish the video. Please. Please wait until I finish the video. I swear to God, if you guys do this to me and get me to 1K before I finish the video, I'm gonna be so mad because I'm gonna feel like I don't deserve it. That's the thing. I don't want to hit 1K until I do another video so that I can feel that I deserve this. Please don't do that to me. No, don't unsub. I don't be mean. Okay, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, honey. Sorry, baby. Sorry, baby. No. Baby, no. Don't take it like that. Don't take it like that. You don't have to unsubscribe. But please, please stop subscribing. Just, can we enter a moment of stasis? Can we please have a truce? Let's have a truce. I love you guys so much for your support. I love you guys so much for your support and the kindness that you have shown to me. But Jesus Christ. I just want to feel like I deserve it for once, okay? I want to feel like I deserve your support for once, so just let me finish this video. You can dote on me all you want after I finish this video. Is that fine? Will you guys be okay with that? I'm gonna reach 1K before I finish this goddamn video because it's still such a long time. Anyway, let's get out of here, folks. Let's get out of here. Although, if I do reach 1K, I think I will be capable of, like, rating people on YouTube. No, I don't now. This is the threat. Damn. Ah! Okay, you can dote me. What? You can dote me, but only once. You can. I gave you permission to give me a kiss, but just once. Just once. I'm waiting. In fact, let me get close to the screen. So, where's my kiss? I'm gonna pucker my lips. Has it happened yet? Okay, I think this is a good enough time. Anyway, I'm gonna send you guys to Shawan because Shawan. Speaking of like celebrations and getting monetization, Shawan just got his channel memberships open, so he's celebrating for that, and I wanna say hello. So I hope you guys have a lovely day, a lovely night. Remember that the Cherry Von Blossom Boutique always appreciates you, and I hope you guys have a good day. Take care. I love you, and say hello to Shawan for me. You guys need to say hello to Shawan because I like him a lot and I look up to him a lot, and I may or may not have like a bit of a crush on him in the sense that he's really cool. Okay, he's really cool. Leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Okay. I cannot type names right. Okay, there you go. There you go. Anyway, Chad. Have a good night. I love you. Take care. Mwah. See you next week. Bye-bye.